What's the worst cheating story you've ever come across? There was one I saw on Reddit where a lady found out her husband was cheating with his sister. His wife found out she was being cheated on when her husband secretly tried to dose her with gonorrhea medicine because he had caught it from one of his flings, and she ended up in the hospital with an allergic reaction. A guy I know was sleeping with his brother's GF. The scummy part was that the brother treated the guy's kids, his nephews, like gold, buying them gifts all the time, etc. Just so dirty. My buddy found out his GF was sneaking her ex into their apartment while he was at work. She even had the audacity to leave love notes for him to find. Like, why even stay with him at that point?
Mine.
This girl added me on Facebook and IG, and I was like, who's this? Then I saw she followed my fiancé at the time, so about a year goes by, I have a baby, he goes to California for work, and that girl's story kept popping up on my IG, and I clicked it, and I shit you not, she was in California with my fiancé. I will never forget that heartbreak. When I was deployed to Iraq, a soldier in our unit was killed by an IED during patrol. When command went to notify his wife, who was serving in the same unit on the same deployment, they found her in bed with another soldier from the unit. Her husband had just been blown apart while she was cheating on him. When I worked at a boat rental on Catalina Island, a woman came to our place to surprise her husband, who was sailing away from us, and wanted us to drive her out to the boat. One of the guys drove her out. I was sitting there on the seaplane ramp as I saw her coming back in with my coworker. Apparently, she found her husband on the boat with his mistress. At a work outing, my boss brought his 2 kids and had his new boyfriend showed up as well. Things got awkward when his wife popped by to surprise him. We all witnessed the poor woman find out her husband was cheating on her with a man who their children referred to as uncle. I haven't attended another work outing since. I told this on Reddit before. I was deployed to Iraq in 2007 to 2008. We had a replacement arrive about mid-deployment that had just finished AIT and joined the unit in time to come later in the deployment. Dude was gone just 2 weeks, and he found out from a neighbor on AIM, puts an age on it, that she moved a guy into their housing on post. He was driving around in my soldier's car, wearing my soldier's clothes. Soldier was a really nice guy. I felt awful for him, and was glad he was my room. The TikTok about the girl that found out by her small dog almost dying. When she took it to the vet, the dog had eaten a thong. When they pulled it out, she realized it wasn't her thong.
So,
the bitch almost killed her dog and slept with her man in her own house. That video replays in my brain more than it should. I was at a wedding where the groom cheated on the wife with a bridesmaid on the wedding night. The Houston Astros had a TV in the dugout hallway where they would watch an illegal live feed of the opposing catcher's signs. If the catcher signaled for a breaking ball, the guy watching would bang a trash can to signal to the batter which pitch was coming. Their second baseman won the league MVP and the team won the World Series, and none of the players received any sort of official punishment or rebuke from MLB. Oh, mine. I used my partner's, now ex of course, phone to time my contractions when I went into labor with our daughter, as mine didn't have a stopwatch function 16 years ago. A notification popped up, and that's when I found out he'd been seeing someone else. I, of course, absolutely lost it, but apparently I was in the wrong for snooping through his phone. Unfortunately, as I was in active labor, I had to allow him to drive me to the hospital, and I had the worst birthing experience possible. A friend of a friend is a first-generation American. Her and her mother immigrated to the States, and her father stayed behind in their country of origin. They had not seen each other in 10+ years because of immigration laws, finances, etc. She finally has the chance to visit her father. She travels all that way. He picks her up at the airport, and as they pull up to his house, he states that he's been having an affair for years and that she now has a 4-year-old half-brother. They had no clue, and a friend of mine found out her husband of 18 years was gay when she learned he was bringing men home and fucking them in their bed while she was traveling for work. My cousin was renting a room for my grandma's/his coworker after he moved from Oregon to California. He got a job with my grandma, a car, got a place set up, etc., and his girlfriend moved down, and they got married. She would go to a woman's Bible study every Wednesday, so she'd get dressed up, leave, and then come back a few hours later that night. What my cousin didn't know was that she was sneaking around the side of the house and into the garage with a coworker's son, who was home on leave. I read about one where a dude's wife had a whole second life with his brother while he was deployed in the military. Can't imagine coming home from a tour to find out your own brother was the one backstabbing you. Pretty damn messed. I found the videos my ex took of him cheating on me. They literally filmed themselves having sex in her truck. And she sent them to him on his Facebook Messenger. He didn't even try to hide them. We played on each other's phones all the time. He did, however, deny that it was him when confronted with the video playing. The wife was driving to the city with a friend. Needless to say, when the pocket dial called him, he recognized his wife's moans for what they were. He proceeded to go over to his friend's home and took an axe to it and a helpless tractor out front. My ex-fiancé had a secret second apartment to fuck prostitutes. I found out 1 month before the fully paid-off wedding. My buddy caught his fiancée cheating on him with her cousin. She had moved from the States back to Panama to finish her doctorates and was acting odd, so he went to go see her. Found out immediately upon arrival. They reconciled, and she said she would stop seeing him. Well, fast forward a few months, and come to find out she's pregnant with her cousin's baby and is keeping it. Needless to say, relationship is officially over now. My brother is a sex addict. I understand addiction, although some of his behavior for a year or so seemed like strange obsession. He had a period where he was beyond preoccupied with sex. His wife was great, but he said she never had much sex drive. So, my brother was always on the lookout for potential partners. In addition to coworkers and his ex and my SIL, he hit massage parlors and Craigslist/Backpage back when they were in their prime. He discovered trans people on CL/BP and was hooking you. My own for me. Wife pretended to have a top-notch marriage until she started doubting her feelings about us. She said on her therapy she needed space to think and was spending weekends in a hotel for meditation and self-reflection. Until I found that she was spending time with her colleague from work and got a promotion from him. Then they started to travel together. All while she pretended she cared deeply about my feelings and needed space to think about our marriage. Last drop was when she There's one floating around on Reddit. It's a first-hand account of a guy that's wife died in a car accident. He thought he had the perfect marriage. A few months later, he decided to look through her phone. Finds out she'd been having an affair. She actually died on the way back from the guy's house. Then he realized the guy had actually went to the funeral. To top it off, the wife's best friend had not only known about the affair, but had encouraged it. Then pretended to be supportive to A guy found out his girlfriend was cheating because she accidentally sent him a screenshot meant for the other dude.